Okay, now we'll do nearest neighbor classifiers. It is also called as k nearest neighbor classifiers. Now, nearest neighbor classifiers, before I talk about nearest neighbor classifiers, I have to tell you about two terms called as eager learners and lazy learners. Now, decision tree and rule based classifiers, they are examples of eager learners because they learn a model which maps the attributes to a class label as soon as the training data becomes available. Means, as soon as I get the training data, they will start learning new models. Okay, and then whenever a new data is input, now supposing I have 100 records, based on these 100 records, it would have learnt how the model is. Okay, I may say if it is round and red, it is an apple. If it is green and red, it is an apple. These are the records I give. So as I give the records, it will learn the model. Then if I send a new data set, it will classify the model. So that is called as eager learners. Now on the other hand, we have lazy learners, where they delay the process of modeling until there is a need to classify the test examples. Means if I send a data for classification, then it will check the existing data and then it will classify. So it doesn't learn well in advance. It does it only when there is a need to classify. So an example of this is a rote learner, of lazy learner. Example is rote learner. What it does is it memorizes the entire training data and performs a classification only if the attributes of a particular test instance match the training examples exactly. Not even a near match, exactly if it matches. If I say one attribute is equal to A and the second attribute is equal to B, then when the test data comes, if the same match is there, only then it will classify. Otherwise, it will not classify. For instance, I'll just tell you what a rote learner is. Assume I have attribute A1 and I have attribute A2. Okay. Now here I say attribute A1 is red and here I will say attribute A2 is say circle. Okay. Then I have to classify it as apple. Okay. Now in the test instance, if I send A1 is equal to light red and A2 is equal to circle, it will check, it is red, but my test instance is light red. So it is not exact match. Then it will not classify it as an apple. So that is what a rote learner does. Only if it finds an exact match, it will classify that particular instance. Okay. Now, so one more example, what we are going to do in classification is of your nearest neighbor classifier. So what it does is, nearest neighbor classifier, if I send one test instance to classify, now for example, this is the data set which I have positive classes and negative classes. Now I have a new data set which is there over here. I want to know whether this belongs to a positive class or a negative class. So here we define something called as K. K is defined by the user. It can be any value. So K indicates the number of nearest neighbors which I have to take into consideration. So in the first example, if K is equal to 1, so I am telling one nearest neighbor. If K is equal to 1, I will find the nearest neighbor to this test instance. So nearest neighbor assume is your minus class. Okay, this is the area which is covered and the nearest neighbor in this is minus. Then I will classify this one as belonging to the negative class. If I take two nearest neighbors, okay, this is my area, okay, nearest neighbors, I have one positive and one negative. Then I can randomly classify it as one of them. Now in case I have taken three nearest neighbors, where this is the area, the nearest neighbor, you have two negative and one positive. In that case, what we will do a voting scheme. So in the voting scheme, I will see which class has a maximum count. In this case, minus class has a maximum count. So the new test instance will be classified as minus. This is what your K nearest neighbor does. So you can see K is a number of nearest neighbors, okay, and D is a training examples. Now for each test example, so this is my test example, x, y, you have x coordinate, you have y coordinate, and that is why you are plotting one point over here. For each one, you have to compute the distance d. Distance means if I am taking one nearest neighbor, I will compute the distance from this test point to all the different classes. Okay. Now when I compute the distance, the one which is got the least distance is the class which is closest to me. Okay. So that is what you computing the distance. So for computing distance, we have different parameters like Euclidean distance, Manhattan distance, etc. So here we are going to consider Euclidean distance. Okay. So I have taken a simple, okay, the majority voting, what I told you, taking the maximum of the classes is what is this. Now I'll tell you with an example how we are going to do this. I have got 4 training examples here. It is a survey form. You are asking people to give their opinion about 2 attributes, one x1 and x2. x1 is a durability, acid durability, and x2 is a strength. And based on that, I am classifying whether that particular say attribute, this thing is data is it a bad one or a good one. Okay. So I have got 4 data over here. Then I have a test data. Now the test data is 3, 7. Okay. I have to classify whether it belongs to the good category or the bad category. So what I will do now with this 3, 7, I am going to find the distance of 3, 7 from all these 4 data records. So that is what is the Euclidean distance. X minus x1 plus y minus y1. X minus x1 whole squared plus y minus y1 whole squared. So it is for the first record. First record is 7 and 7. So 7 minus 3 whole squared plus 7 minus 7 whole squared. You got 16. Second record is 7 and 4. So 7 minus again 3 whole squared plus 4 minus 7 whole squared. We got 25. Third record is 3 and 4. So 3 minus 3 whole squared plus 4 minus 7 whole squared. We get 9. Last record is 1 and 4. 1 minus 3 whole squared plus 4 minus 7 whole squared. We get 13. Okay. So 4 distance I got. All these 4 distances are the distances from my test record, which is 3 and 7. Now I have to find out which is the one which has got the least distance. So I will give priority to each one of them. So this is the lowest, so it is priority 1, then second, then third, then fourth. Now I have defined my k is equal to 3. You can see here in the question they have told k is equal to 3. In case they have not given, you can define. So I am going to take the 3 nearest neighbors to their test record. So which are the 3 nearest neighbors? 1, 2 and 3. So this will not be considered. 4 will not be considered. You consider only 1, 2 and 3. Now 1, 2 and 3 means 1 and 2 are good and good. 3 is bad. So here we have 3 records. I am going to do voting now. When I do voting, 2 have good, 1 is bad. So after voting we get 2 goods and 1 bad. That means my test record will belong to the good category. Okay. This is how we do using k nearest neighbor algorithm. I hope it is clear to everyone how classification using k nearest neighbor works. Alright. Thank you.